Since its war with Hamas, Israel is witnessing anti-government protests calling for the resignation of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and demanding early elections in the country. The demonstrations took place in Tel Aviv, Caesarea and Haifa. Protesters also called for the release of hostages taken by the Hamas on the 7th of October last year, exactly 6 months ago. Some of the protesters claimed that Netanyahu destroyed the country and called him dangerous for Israel. This is not the first time Israelis have expressed their dissatisfaction with Netanyahu's management of the ongoing war with Hamas and the release of Israeli hostages. The war in Gaza had escalated, remember, after the October 7th attack by Hamas, leading to casualties and seizure of hostages as well. Sanjeev Srivastava, international affairs expert, is joining us on the broadcast. Sanjeev, what is causing these latest protests in Israel?
First of all, good morning to you. Good morning to all the viewers. You know, as time passes, there will be more and more pressure on Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu for early elections. And with regard to this protest, obviously this is happening because of this ongoing war which Israel is fighting against Hamas, and about 100 people are still in Hamas's captivity at this point of time, and these demonstrators are urging Netanyahu government and rather now protesting that what kind of appropriate actions must be taken to secure their release as early as possible. And a lot of pressure is being put by these demonstrators on Netanyahu government. But at this point of time, the kind of situation is prevailing. It is very difficult, it appears, for Netanyahu government to do more for release of those hostages. And the pressure is now building up. But as I said, that this kind of protest demonstrations will again and again occur because the kind of approach Netanyahu government has had. A lot of domestic constituency in Israel is not happy with that. And even before the Israel-Gaza war, Israel-Hamas war began, there have been certain quarters of the domestic constituency. They have been protesting against Benjamin Netanyahu. So this now matter is now going to be in the political domain. And when the politics goes up, then Netanyahu government will face more and more pressure from these demonstrators. But having said that, Uday, let me say here that Israel's imperative to win this war against terrorism is very much there. And that must be understood by all the demonstrators. Israel is fighting its biggest war against terrorism, and Hamas is still not totally decimated, and that kind of imperative is there. But at the same time, hostages must also be released. Humanitarian crisis must also get addressed, and there must not be any regional escalation of this conflict. So this entire situation which Israel is in is a very challenging situation, and any government, whether it is Netanyahu government or any government if it comes up later, they have to face a very serious questions and challenges, and that should also be given due consideration by those demonstrators.
Absolutely.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.